Today is Thursday, January 17th. I'm recording some of the stocks report, and first let me start with some indexes. Let's just start off with Nasdaq. It seems to be pretty strong. Nasdaq is in an ABC bullish pattern, and here Nasdaq already crossed its 62% to target. The first target range is between 62% and 79% of AB level. That's 3102 to 3182. Right now Nasdaq is 3136, so it's about another 50 points or so before it reaches its upper range of its first target zone. And let's see at that time if it actually tries to continue, or usually I think that the market may be coming retracing a little bit from that level, because even at 3196 we have the B point. That means that it's probably reaching its double top kind of a pattern at that point. Let's look at Dow. Dow is pretty much in a similar type of pattern. Actually, all the indexes are in the same patterns, and that's the reason we are seeing many ABC bullish patterns. Somebody asked me this question. I monitor about 150 stocks and ETFs and some currencies and also some currency futures, and these are all combined total of about 150 of them. And those are the lists which I go through every day, and I do not day trade them. I only primarily keep the options and take swing positions in these equities which I track it. Time to time I do look up some stocks if somebody is interested in it, but I myself am not trading it. I'm only trading this from this particular list as I go through extensive research of knowing about each and every stock, and what type of products they have, or what's their earnings are looking, or what type of when they are coming out of their earnings, or any type of that type of stuff. So I actually keep a focus list, and that's, I think, is very important for anybody to succeed in this trading. So coming back to Dow. Dow is also in an ABC bullish pattern, and this is it's already crossed its 13,596 level. So I'm expecting the top to be something like a 13,750. Then we will see at the time, depending on the market action, we can probably call up at that on that day. Now let's look at S&P. I actually wanted to show one more chart of S&P too. Here S&P is at today it rallied up about 8 points, and it is now crossed that double top point, what I thought may act as a resistance. That's a 1472. Now it's close today at 1480, actually close to 1481. So the next level is a 1507. So that may be the one which I am actually watching to see if it actually acts as a resistance, because that itself is the first target zone. So let's look at QM. Oil also rallied a point today, and today I'm also expecting oil to actually continue its trend up to between 98 and 102. Now let's look at some of these stocks. The first stocks which I wanted to show you, the first is the CVX, which I have a position in CVX right now, and I'm actually going to keep it for a bit until the oil actually reaches that 98 to 102 range. So in this I'm expecting CVX to reach between 118 and 123, I think. Yes, $123. And then the next one is I'm going to show you SanDisk, which I kind of missed its trade, but I thought that I would just show you that SanDisk also has an ABC pattern. The only reason which I think I might have missed it is because it had only 53% retraced it. I usually look for a retracement up close to 60 for me to have a little bit better confidence, because when it reached that 53%, it actually market was SanDisk was still falling. So I thought that it would come down and fill this gap here about $35, but it never did. Come down to that point, and then it continued to reverse and trade higher. So now I think it only retraced 53%. So now I think its ranges maybe between $51 and $54. So first I think maybe that may be the range, but I am not in the trade. Next one is a kind of an interesting. It's called OVTI. OVTI, I've been monitoring it for quite some time. OVTI is right now the stock is at 1545. Today it showed a little bit of strength and also it crossed its 200 period moving average in an ABC pattern. So now its earnings are actually listed as February 21st, about 35 days from today. So what I think it would happen is within that time, I'm expecting it to move between 1675 and 1781. Next one, I do have a position which is the Xilinx. Xilinx, I've been trading it for a while, and Xilinx again basically because of an ABCD pattern, and I think that right now it's trading at like 43 cents up, and its target, the first target range was between 35 and 36 and a half, and the next target ranges are between, I believe I'm thinking it will probably between 37 and 39 or even higher. So I'm actually going to hold on to this position. I haven't sold it yet. Um, Next is Juniper. Juniper reached its 100% range, which is 2176. So Juniper is still looking strong, and its earnings are on January 24th. So we may see its price moving up to between $23 and $25 in Juniper. Next is, I think we have already seen oil, but let's just look at USO. As I said, I'm trading oil using USO calls. So I am expecting oil to USO to reach between $36 and $37. So that's where actually I have the calls for. And then next is Seagate. Seagate is pretty strong. Again, it has a one of the like a little bit a different type of an ABC. Usually when I'm monitoring ABCs, I'm monitoring when the price is actually coming from the bottom. But this ABC actually formed on the top. That means it's the top of the in the fib bands, and then it's actually trading it much higher, and it's looking really strong too. So I'm expecting probably Seagate may see some resistance at $36, but if it does break through, it may see much higher prices between $38 and $42. So next is the Qualcomm. Here's the Qualcomm. Qualcomm, as I said, I've been trading it for quite some time. Qualcomm also, my targets on Qualcomm is the first range of targets is between 67 and 69.50. So that's what I expect it to probably reach there. And it is actually already crossed between 64 and 67. But I'm thinking that it may be like showing a little more strength. I have a feeling it probably will go to 67 at least, and then probably move even higher later part of the year. Yesterday I showed a chart called a Coinstar, and today I'm going to show you another one called a Monster. This one has an ABC pattern, but it also has a kind of an inverse head and shoulder pattern. It's developing it. So in order for us to trade it, this price must be trading all the way above $57 for us to trade it from the inverse head and shoulder point of view. But if the price does close above this mid-fib band, I'm thinking about like $52, at that time it may be probably a better entry to trade it from using the ABC also. So I'm just going to keep this on a hold. Next one is a CMI. This is actually, it's probably reaching its, I guess, the next target zones on it, and I believe February 6th is their earnings. And here, what we're going to see is, I think its target is between $115 and $123. So this is the range. It's probably already reaching it, and it's looking really, really strong. Let me show you a few more stocks. Somebody did ask me about a question about Google. Let me show you what I think about Google. Google, I believe their earnings are coming next week, which is January 22nd. For the past couple of days, it has actually shown some type of a weakness. But I think once the earnings come out, I still think Google targets maybe about $771, and this is the one which I will be watching. I think, but I won't take any position before the earnings come out. But I do think that it probably reaches between this 771 and $800 target. That should be it for today. I have plenty of more stocks to actually monitor it, and I'll be posting it in the next few days.